guys and welcome to Dainty Bite. Try my new savory ZATAR waffles and you'll be hooked. This dough is so light, so fluffy. It's gonna be ready in minutes, no need to proof or anything. Let me show you how to make it in minutes and let's get started. So basically you're combining the salty goodness of some white cheese, ZATAR mix, and some olives and combining it with a very soft and very light dough. So start by measuring 240 grams of all-purpose flour or 2 cups. To that I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of salt and 1/3 cup of ZATAR mix, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, half a tablespoon of oregano, dried oregano, and 1 teaspoon of rosemary. And I want to mention that ZATAR mix is a mix of dried thyme, toasted sesame seeds, some other spices, and the mix is amazing with so many kinds of food. You're gonna mix the dry ingredients very well and then you're gonna add some cheese. I'm adding a mild Queso fresco cheese and I'm using the whole thing. I'm gonna crumble it. It crumbles very nicely into the dough. You can absolutely choose a different cheese if you prefer. Any white cheese that's mild and not too salty. I'm also gonna add 1/3 cup of black olives. Mix a little bit and set it aside. I'm gonna work on the wet ingredients. I'm gonna separate 3 large eggs. Add 1.5 cups of buttermilk. And you're gonna add 2 tablespoons, big tablespoons of plain yogurt, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. I set the mixture aside. And with a clean whisk, I'm gonna whip the egg whites until it becomes nice and frothy. Becomes something like this. With the same whisk, no need to clean it, I'm gonna mix the buttermilk egg mixture until it's well combined. Add the wet mixture to the dry and mix gently until it's just combined. Don't overmix. Then I'm gonna add the egg white mixture and fold very gently. Meanwhile, I'm preheating the waffle maker. I'm gonna cook these using the waffle maker. But if you don't have one, you can use the pan, the shallow pan, and make them pancake style. Waffle makers will give them the right texture, nice and crispy on the outside and very light on the inside. So it's my preferred way of cooking these. And this is what I love about this breakfast or snack dough. You make it and you cook it right away. You don't need to wait a minute. The waffle maker is ready. I'm gonna add cup or a cup and a half, depending on your waffle maker. And I'm gonna let it cook. This recipe is so forgiving. You can even make it with gluten-free flour. I've made it before and it turned out really good. I cannot describe the texture and the smell of these waffles. These are the best savory waffles I've ever had. The cheese is melting nicely. The smell of the ZATAR is really good. I can't wait to serve it with some cucumbers. I'm gonna cut them on an angle. I'm gonna serve it with some hummus, some hot green tea or some hot black tea, whatever you like really. This is an easy grab and go breakfast. You can make them ahead of time. They freeze well as well. And you can make them even more kid-friendly by adding some hot dogs and maybe leaving out the olives. It's really up to you. I hope you give this recipe a try. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you won't miss any of my recipes. And until next time, bon appétit!